3 months ago, I was sat in a corporate office in London, feeling unfulfilled, wondering if this is what the next 40 years of my life were going to look like. Now I sit with a beautiful view of the Valencia coastline in front of me, getting some sun in January, working remotely, and also having just made my first 10K month after setting my business up after 35 days. But that is not to flex, that is to say that in this video, I'm going to be explaining the exact system that got me a 10K month in my first month of online business. I'm going to explain the funnel that I use. I'm going to explain step by step how you can build that funnel, and also how I'd suggest building your funnel as well. If you follow this step by step, I see no reason why you can't turn view traffic into money and get that financial freedom, get out of that corporate job and live the life that you want. Trust me, the grass is greener on the other side. I can promise you that. But the first things we need to do is we need to start doing some limiting belief squashing. And that is because I speak to hundreds of people who are trying to start their online businesses and they have 4 limiting beliefs that stop them from growing. And trust me, I have them as well. I'm not trying to pretend like I'm better than anyone, but these are the 4 things that you need to get over. And the first is selling to people is wrong. People think that, especially in the UK, that sales is some dark art. Trust me, it is not. If you believe in what you are selling, if you believe that the person who buys from you is someone that you can help, then selling to someone is the right thing to do. I believe very strongly that I can help people get out of corporate jobs they hate and build an online business through their content. So therefore, I believe that selling to people is right. And when I believed that sales was some dodgy dark art where I was trying to trick people into buying from me, no one bought from me. And now I fully believe in what I'm selling and the transformation it has, then I believe that selling is right. And that is a limiting belief I had to get over. But a lot of people seem to think that they need 10K followers minimum to start making money. I speak to people every day who say, I just need to get to 10K followers. I just need to get to 10K followers. I am living proof with only 6,000 followers at the time of this video that you can make a good amount of money to live and survive on with social media. You do not need a lot of followers. And I have countless other friends with 500, 1,000 followers who are making money that is beyond belief what you can make in a corporate world. And the other thing there is that also people who have big followings do not necessarily have engaged customers. This is a humongous thing in the world of online business. If you have 100 people who are all super engaged and trust you, then it's much more worthy than 1,000 people who have no real idea what you do. And that is why having a big following is not important. It's much more important to get engaged customers. And the last thing is that people do not just buy from top experts. Yes, the Iman Gadzis and the Alex Hormozis have got where they are because they're extremely successful, but people buy from people who are a few steps ahead of them. The reason people invest in me as a social media and online business coach is because I am a few steps ahead of them. So I know exactly what it's like to not know what to do with your first reel. I know exactly what it's like to have a few reels in and not understand why I'm not getting views. Whereas people with 100,000 followers can't even remember what that feeling was like. And that is why people buy from people who aren't just experts. So I would 100% recommend getting rid of that imposter syndrome feeling that no one is going to pay you money. Because if you don't believe that people are going to pay you money, then no one will pay you money. Anyway, that is the mindset part over. Thanks for listening to that. Let's get into the actual funnel part. So this is my funnel. It starts with social media. It starts with traffic coming from Instagram and YouTube. People who have never seen me before. I add value to their lives. I talk about how to grow on social media. I talk about how to build funnels. I give them information that makes them trust me. But the problem with that is that that is not quite enough. You can get people to trust you, but people very rarely buy, especially in high ticket products, off just social media. You need to show more value. It's like if you're walking down a market and you were like, where do I go? There's so many food stalls, and someone comes and gives you a free tester. And that is reducing the risk that when you buy something from them, you're not going to like it. And that is why the next tactic of my funnel is a freebie. And my freebie comes in the form of a landing page, which is on my Instagram, which takes you to my 7-day personal branding challenge. This is where you work out how to build your first high quality video. I give 7 videos free away, which take you step by step as to how to build your first video. And that shows to people, it's a free trial of my products, which shows I know how people create great quality reels. You follow it step by step, you get your first reel out there, and all of a sudden you're like, I trust this guy a lot more. He knows what he's talking about. It's my free trial equivalent. But you're probably wondering, how do you build your own free trial, your free freebie? And that is in this Good Freebie Guide. So the Good Freebie Guide says that all you need to do is solve one key problem for your customer avatar. For mine, it was getting your first good quality reel out. But for PTs, it could be a breakfast guide. For sales coaches, it could be specific objection handles. For therapists, it could be journal prompts. All of those are great options. But what we want to talk about is, what format are we going to put it in? What is the best format to give people value? We have done for you, we have done with you, and we have do it yourself. Increasing in value as we go upwards here. Done for you is something where our customer does not have to think about what they do, it's done for them. So a great example of that is a breakfast plan as opposed to a breakfast guide. We plan out 30 days for them with a shopping list, and they can adjust quantities for their weight and their goals. Another example for the specific objection handling for coaches is a live AI tool which helps you in sales calls when you get an objection. For prompts, it's a specific journal prompt that customizes around your issues and life. They are done for you solutions. Do it for yourself solutions are still valuable, but the closer we can get to done for you solutions, the more value we provide. And that is why I do a 7-day personal brand challenge, which gives people live actionable templates they can take. But I also give people a playlist where they can pick up the songs that I've used in my viral videos and put them into their videos. I also give a loom that completely explains how to put music into your video. So please drop me a message on Instagram if that's something that's useful. I will happily send that over for free. I enjoyed making it. But the next step is genius, because what happens is you fill out this 7-day posting form, you put in your email and your first name, and what happens next is amazing, because you put that in, and what happens is you get this screen which says, this challenge will be in your inbox in the next 10 minutes. But rather not wait, you can get the whole challenge instantly, not in 10 minutes, instantly in my free community. And then I value stack. This is exactly what you get in my community. And you click here and it takes you straight to my community. This is the Free Thinkers Club, 237 members, amazing place to be, very exciting. But what happens is that gets people into a school community. And why do I want people in a school community? There's a good question. The reason I want people in a school community is fourfold. The first is you own your audience. The problem with Instagram and Facebook and YouTube is that they control the algorithms. They decide that they show your video to people or not. They decide if your video is good or not. They decide who your audience is. And I've also had friends who have had complete accounts wiped, so you lose your own audience. Whereas if they are in my school community, they are within my inner circle and I own them in the nicest way possible. I can market to them what I want. I can tell them what I want. I can decide what they see. It's a massively different feeling to putting out a reel and not knowing if it's going to hit or not. So that's the one reason. The second reason is I love the idea of helping people as much as possible, and I want to help 99% of people for free, because I believe heavily in my mission of getting people out of the corporate and into jobs that they love, where they work for themselves and they get to work on things that they enjoy every single day. So I want to help as many people as possible because I believe in my mission, and what I will do is I will charge a small amount of people to help me help all those people for free. A community on calls and sending out value is the best way to do this, and that's why I love creating a community. The other thing is we are a business, and the great thing about making a free community is people join, they get value, and what that does is that nurtures them. It doesn't nature them, it nurtures them. So it nurtures the leads and it allows the leads to become more engaged over time. Some people might join my Free Thinkers Club and think, I'm not so sure about this guy, whether is it worth actually like listening to him? Maybe I want to become a client, maybe I don't. But when they come into my Free Thinkers Club, they start to understand more about how I teach and how I coach, and therefore they become nurtured and they might be more keen to buy from me. You might be watching this and you might have come through my community and you might be checking me out to see if it's worth working with me. I'm not here to convince you yes or no. I'm here to convince you that I have the value to provide and to see if that would work with your situation. And that is my fourth reason, is just to provide more free value to people. So that is why I have my school community. As you can see just under 250 members now. In combination with that, I use the emails from the school community that I get, but also from this freebie to market to people. And what I do is I create a free email every single week that I send out to everyone who signs up to the thank you page. And what that does is that provides more free value on my terms. Inboxes don't have algorithms. You get to send emails when you want to people. I don't spam, I provide value. Here is about how to set real goals, not output goals that are inconsistent. And then what I do with this is I have a call to action right at the end where you can book in a call with me. And I have the exact same in my school. So that is what these two, the email and school, they act as only my audience so that I jump on a call with people. And that is where the discovery phase comes in. Because what we do is we jump on a call. Again, it's not a sales call. It's a call where I see if I can help you. A 50-minute call where I see if you're qualified, if it's something you want to get going with right away, and we chat through your current situation. If I think it's a good fit, and I'm extremely selective right now because I'm trying to make sure that I work with people I can really benefit, then what we do is we book in a strategy call. And that strategy call is the next step after this 15-minute call that you've booked in through school, through the email newsletter. The next step after the discovery call is the strategy call where I go through exactly how I believe I can help you, if I believe I can help you, and exactly what working with me would look like. But what I love about it is I've built up so much free value over all of this that people jump onto the sales call, and it's not a sales call. It's not one of those closing calls where there's a price drop and there's hard sales tactics. It's just a chat about how exactly I can help. And then they become a client, which is amazing because I get to help them actually achieve their goals, build their social media, and build the dream life that they want. So that is my amazing funnel, and it's converted me 10 clients already in the first month, and I'm buzzing to keep going with it. But there is one thing that I wanted to say, which is I have a suggested funnel from you. A lot of people are watching this, maybe yourself included, actually don't have enough of a bigger social following to justify starting a school or an email newsletter, which is why I put the number of members underneath here. So what I do is I would tweak it a little bit. If you don't have that following, I would have a freebie, I'd have a thank you page, but I would collect emails as part of an email newsletter to nurture, but I would spend more time DM nurturing people who have signed up to your thank you page. When people sign up to your freebie, you look at their emails, you find them on Instagram, and you ask them how they found the freebie. You talk to them about their problems, you talk to them about the freebie, and then you offer to jump on a call to discuss it more. And this then becomes our discovery call. And our discovery call gives us more opportunity to add value to these people, as well as also suss them out if they're going to be a client that you can actually help. Again, not negative sales, just a client that you can actually help. And then if they are, we book them in for a strategy call. We tell them we have a program, ask if they'd be interested. They will be, because you've given them all this free value, and then you take them and you close them to make them a client. So this is great. This is the funnel that I would recommend you go for. But there's one problem with this, and that is that we need to keep oiling the system. It's a system that needs numbers coming in here for numbers to come out here. And as we said at the start, it's probably likely that you have a lower social media following if you're watching this video. And that is a problem, because what we look for in social media is we know that 100 engaged followers turns into one client. You get a 1% conversion rate. So you need to keep putting people in here for people to come out here. And if you only have 100 followers, probably a lot of them aren't that engaged, they won't turn into clients. So it's super important that you focus on your socials to build that top of funnel to get clients coming out of the outside of the funnel. So what we need to do is grow the funnel. And that's exactly what I do. I spend a lot of time making YouTube videos, posting on Instagram every day, posting on YouTube twice a week, so that I get people coming into these socials so that they come out as clients. And that is what I would recommend spending your time on now. Of course, there are loads of free guides, there's loads of free videos that I can help you with. But if you also want to work on how to build a social media that brings clients in and also makes you money, I've gone 7 million views monthly on my own social media, and I would love to help you. You know you want to book in that call because I've given you the value and I've told you exactly what I'm doing here so that I get people on calls. But that's because I truly believe that I can help people, and I can help people get to that 10K a month using organic traffic, using funnels, and I would love to have you on a discovery call to see how we can make that work. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.